Please stand for the pledge.
Today is National Oatmeal Muffin Day.
Our lip options for today are mozzarella cheese sticks and ham and turkey cheese stuffed salad.
Our sides today are mashed potatoes and green beans.
National news: James Corden recently welcomed his third child, a baby girl, with his wife, Julia Carey. He is very happy about it.
William Manning, janitor of Arvada High School in Colorado, recently got his car stolen. Students at the school did a fundraiser, raising enough money to get him a new car.
Apple recently released a new computer called the iMac Pro. It's said to be Apple's most expensive computer ever. The company calls it the most powerful computer up to date. The starting price is around $5,000.
Now to heaven for sports news.
Thank you, anchors. Tonight, 7th grade will face Fall Creek Valley away and 8th plays at home. Both games are A and B. In national sports news, Texas Rangers pitcher Cole Hamels and his wife are donating their home to a charity. The home is worth $9.75 million and will be donated to Camp Barnabas, which works with people who have special needs and chronic illnesses. On this day in sports history, in 1917, the first NHL game played on artificial ice in Toronto. The weather for today will be partly cloudy with a high of 50 and a low of 30. This morning, Mr. Connors is here to talk about a fundraising opportunity. What do we need to know?
Well, hopefully you all heard the video or saw the video from Victor Oladipo yesterday morning. Today you're going to get this envelope from your college prep teacher, and in it there are two things. One is this letter that explains the very basic idea of the program is basically if you sell tickets for the Pacers, you raise money for our athletic program, and that money pays for uniforms, equipment, paint for our fields, everything that we need. We've already upgraded our girls basketball home uniforms and our wrestling uniforms, and we need to upgrade our football uniforms before next season, and this fundraiser helps pay for that. In this folder, inside the envelope that you got, it explains in more detail the prizes that you can win. The game that we are selling tickets for is March 15th versus the Raptors. There are other games you can attend if you cannot make that game, but if you sell even one ticket, you get a prize of some kind from the Pacers. On the center page here is the list of all the different prizes you can win that range from something out of a grab box to an autographed basketball by the entire team to sideline tickets to even a VIP experience in the team's clubhouse with Victor Oladipo. In order to order, there are two ways you can do it. One, you can fill out the order form right here on the back of this page, or you can do it online at the very bottom of this page. On the back side of this pamphlet is the website. It's pacersgroups.com/Raptors. And again, a portion of every ticket benefits the athletic department here at school. All you have to do to turn the money in is have the order form completed online, or complete the paper order form and bring it back to school and drop it off in the main office after Christmas break, anytime between the first day of school we come back and the first day of February. And since there's only about a week left to go until the break, this would be a great time to mention to somebody else if there's somebody you're looking for a great gift idea. Hey, we love the Pacers. You can go to the Pacers game and make money for our athletic program. Thank you.
Thanks for having Mr. Connors.
The Pearls Club will be selling candy cane grams for 50 cents at all lunches. Please see Miss Green for more details.
The Bells Orchestra concert is tomorrow at 6 p.m.
Remember to keep quiet in the halls this week because finals will be continuing throughout the week.
Reminder that Thursday is the last school day for students.
The Core 4 store will be available in all lunches today.
On this day in history in 1154, King Henry II was crowned in England.
Today's celebrity birthday is Instagram star Russell Horning, who is turning 16 today. He is best known as the Backpack Kid on his Instagram account.
Quote today is from Charlie Munger, who once said, "Take a simple idea and take it seriously."
Now to Mr. Harshaw with the rest of your morning announcements.
Have a great day, Bruins.
One quick announcement before I start. Ms. Neal asked me to remind teachers she sent you a list of students who have submitted a form for the 21st Century Scholar, either whether they applied or, whether they qualified or not. As long as they went through that process and turned in the sheet to Ms. Neal, they will be eligible for some prizes today during lunch. So students, teachers have been shared that document. If you want to find out, make sure that you're on it. But again, during lunches today, you will be rewarded for getting that in, just like Ms. Neal asked. And again, that is such an important thing, guys. If you qualify for that, you could be saving yourself thousands and thousands of dollars for college tuition, and you've got to enroll for that while you are still in middle school. So let's get that in. Also appreciate Mr. Connors getting on this morning and talking about that. Guys, what a great way to raise some money for our school, particularly if you have people in your family who like to go to Pacers games anyway. They buy the ticket through you for that game, and it turns around and benefits our school. So please get out there this over break and see if you can sell even a couple tickets to the game, and again, that will benefit us. I am here this morning to take time to do some celebrations. I reached out yesterday to your teachers and said that I was going to be recognizing some individual students tomorrow on BTV, but that if they had any classes of students that they wanted me to sort of recognize or give thanks to go ahead and let me know. And I got email after email after email yesterday about teachers who wanted to make sure that they had some classes who were recognized. So please listen up. The first one is from Mrs. Miller in Project Lead the Way. She would like to recognize her college prep and 7th period robotics class. She says they've done a phenomenal job of refocusing on technology expectations, cleaning up the robotics lab at the semester's end, and participating in the group assignments these past couple of days. Thank you. And I can attest, that was actually a class Miss Miller and I talked a few times about you guys, and we were having some frustrations, but she has just been so pleased with the way that you have responded to some of the new rules and policies that she had to put place. And these last couple days, as you've been working together collaboratively in those groups, have been fantastic. So thank you, students, and thank you, Mrs. Miller. Ms. Meyercheck would like to recognize her 7th period bilingual students. They are putting forward great effort expanding their English reading, writing, speaking, and listening skills. And again, I want to commend those students for their hard work. That WIDA testing is up here in January, and I am thrilled to see with the work of Mrs. Meyercheck and Mr. Diaz and Ms. Jin, and also the rest of our teachers who have been trained in PSYOP, the growth that our students are going to make on that WIDA testing in January. Mrs. Nieto would like to recognize her 1st period orchestra class. She says she has had some struggling students, but over the past week, they have shown a lot of grit. Today, this was yesterday, they actually outplayed the other 7th grade classes and have persevered. So again, not giving up. They've been struggling with some of the music, but they've worked hard, they've stayed focused, and she said yesterday was a great day for you guys, so keep up the good work. Mr. Schultz would like to recognize his entire 2nd period class. He says they are an exceptional group daily, and they do school very well. So I'm assuming that means they do all those little things. They come to class on time, they have their materials out, they do the work in class that he asks, they raise their hand, they participate in class, they do all those things that we want students to do. So thank you to his 2nd period class for being role models. Mr. Mickens would like to recognize his 4th period class. He says they continue to accept any challenge that I put their way, and they have consistently followed and met all of the high expectations that we set for them this first semester. They are leaders in our school community. Wow, great job to Mr. Mickens' 4th period class. Keep up the great work. Miss Avery and Miss Weiniger would like to recognize their 5th period students for their grit and leadership. They are our all-star class, they write. They are always on task, work well together when put in groups, and they don't complain about who they get grouped with. They're always willing to help one another. When there's a sub, they continue to show their maturity. They are always thankful for any incentives that we offer them. Okay, so a lot of things there, guys. That fifth period class, I commend you. Working in groups can sometimes be challenging. I love the fact that you just sit down and get to work regardless of who you're with, and you'll find out that's a great life skill. In the real world, you're going to end up working with people that maybe are different from you or that you don't get along with, and it's important that we learn to just get past that and do it anyway. I also love that the expectations for their behavior remain high even when there is a guest teacher in the building. So great job to Miss Weininger and Miss Avery's fifth period. Also, I would like to, lastly, Mr. Mills wanted to recognize, and I know Mr. Mills is only here in the afternoon, but he emailed me and said he would like to talk about his seventh period Introduction to World Language class. Has had little to no problem since before Thanksgiving break. This was, again, a class that we were having some struggles. Administration had to come in a few times. We had to have a few conversations. We had to talk to a few parents. We just had to get some things worked out, but Mr. Mills wanted to make sure that that class knows how much he has appreciated the improvement they've shown since Thanksgiving break. Lastly, sixth period French has been amazing. We have one student who is currently battling a C+, and all the rest are A's and B's. So whoever you are out there with that C+, maybe these last couple days, we can get that up there. I would love to see an entire class with nothing but A's and B's. So again, guys, just a couple minutes there. I appreciate you paying attention. Just wanted to give a shout out to some of our classes that have been doing a great job and celebrate the work that you've done this semester. Tomorrow, I will be asking for a few special guests to come here and join me on BTV, a few individual students that teachers have sent me that they would like to be recognized. So that's all I've got for this morning. Thank you, and let's make it a great day.